Are you struggling to conceive? You have options, and at Piedmont Reproductive Endocrinology Group, we'll make sure you have the guidance and support you need. PREG is known for individualized fertility care that's unique to every patient. We take the time to provide a reassuring and empowering experience because we believe that you deserve nothing less. Let us help you on your journey to parenthood. Visit us at pregonline.com to learn more. Get the guidance and support you need at Piedmont Reproductive Endocrinology Group.
This one, good little practice one.
Yeah,
All right, so boom, take two. Good afternoon, salutations. This is your faithful Captain Kino with the Nebuchadnezzar of Chunky Milk. I believe it's gonna be episode 2 of season 2. So congratulations. And with me today, I got one of those. You know, when I invite people onto this podcast, they have to be out of the box thinkers. I think that's the only requirement here because I like to have those type of conversations. That's like we don't even know where we're gonna go right now. You know what I mean? Like that's my favorite type of conversation. My man Karey, want to introduce yourself to the people?
Hey, what's going on, man? Like Kino said, I'm just a regular guy who somewhat thinks out of the box, think random thoughts throughout the day. Uh, yeah, I just be chilling for the most part.
Nah, this guy's too humble, bro. This guy's too humble. Listen, if you're not gonna talk your shit, I got to, bro. Listen. So the main thing that I was like, damn, like I feel like people, okay, you either doing something or you watching somebody else do something, right? Those are the two options you have.
Right.
And then with those two options, you also have like an more in-depth option of doing something. That's I think where I fall into that category and you fall into that category. Whereas anything's possible. You don't have to just choose one lane for real. You can do whatever the fuck you want to do at any given point. And I feel like you dive into you got your hand in so many different pots and you just like really making it look effortless. I'm not gonna lie to you. So like for those that don't know, you want to just tell them like what you be getting into and shit.
Oh man, I appreciate that. But yeah, man, I am really trying to make all of my interests fall under one umbrella, right? And really show who I am as a person and make that visible to the world to like connect with other people, right? And then to, I guess, um, share my influence, right? So I'm a man of, I don't want to say many trades, but like I am, I guess, into fashion, so I started my own clothing brand. I also do music, make some words rhyme from time to time. And then and then
Nigga freestyling right now.
hey man, it really just be me talking. Like even when I get in the booth, it's always funny because I'll be kicking it with the homies and we just be kicking pippin'. Like my homie Nick might make a beat or something, or we pull up some beats, and I'll be the first motherfucker to start just freestyling. And then they like, all right, bet we gonna record on this bitch. And they be like, all
Okay,
right,
okay.
you know you first up. I'm like, yo. All right, cool. That's
Hey, hold
fine.
on. I want to forgive me for speaking over you, but I want to because I think that you about to list some more shit off. I want to dive into like them individually, and then we can keep going like onto the next thing and the next thing and the next thing because I relate on different levels because we are in a similar universe. You know what I mean? So
No, for
like
sure.
you saw my fashion, where your fashion journey began. Like, you know what I mean, like when you who who was the inspiration and where did you first take your first steps? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man. I think fashion or just clothes in general, they are a part of your perception like to the world and your personality, right? You know what I'm saying? Like I assume most people look in the mirror before they leave the house. I can't say that for
Nah,
all.
I can say that most people do not look in the mirror before they leave the house.
Hey, but that that's what I live by, bro. Like if I'm talking shit about somebody on the street, bro, it's fair game. It's fair game because you should have looked at yourself in the mirror before you left the crib. I'm
Hundred
not gonna.
thousand percent.
Um, but yeah, man. Ever since a youngster, like my mom and dad always had me in nice threads. It wasn't always like Nike or anything like that. But I remember rocking New Balance, Fila, Reebok. You know, growing up in the A, bro,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
gonna wear what was somewhat trendy. So I've always wanted to always like putting on fits and thought I was the flyest nigga out, right? But
What part of the
when
A you from?
I'm from the South Side, so College Park, like
Okay,
uh
okay,
East Point area, for real,
okay,
for
for
real.
sure.
Like I was born in Riverdale, right?
Yeah,
Um,
the
and
baddest
we,
hoes come from Riverdale. I stamp
yeah,
that.
no, for sure, bro. Southside hoes is just
Different
oh
for
my,
sure.
oh my goodness, yeah. Um, but we lived in Riverdale for a cooler minute, probably like up until I was like 10 or 11. But keep in mind, throughout them years, I was still like back and forth over my granny's house, who live in College Park. So when people ask me where I'm from, that's what I say. Because nigga, even after them 10 years, nigga, we set up shop in College Park, and it's been like that pretty much ever since.
Okay, okay, okay. What age do you think like you started dressing yourself? And because you said your parents really gave you that sauce and shit, like what age did you take on the reins for yourself and start putting them fits on? And how looking back now, how trash is them fits?
Oh man, shit. I ain't gonna hold you. I probably been dressing myself since I was like 10 or 11. But nigga, I ain't gonna never say I was never not putting that shit on. I might look back and be like, I didn't wear that shit right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Shit. I
You
wish
remember
I
them fits?
huh?
You remember a fit?
A fit, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I remember I was probably like maybe 10 or 11. I remember I had this Jordan like whole fit, like it came with the t-shirt, all over print shorts, and I had some white Air Force mids, bro, and I felt like I was the cleanest nigga ever, bro. Like I felt like the 10-year-old uncle that pop out at the
Ah,
barbecue, bro. Like I was throwing on every nigga, bro. I was like, bro, don't let me pop out and step on these niggas necks, bro.
she.
Especially if I had to cut, oh, it was over with, man. I was too sauce. You know what I'm saying?
Of course, of course. I remember this one fit. Like I remember the day I started dressing myself. I was in seventh grade. It was picture day. My mom tried to dress me. I was like, nah, fuck out of here. I've got this purple button down t-shirt, right? And a purple vest. I was looking like straight Barney out here.
Yo.
And that's what I stepped out in. And I had like these, I had like this dress shoes, kind of like Ed Hardy dress shoes, because it had like a skull with an eagle on the damn toe. Right, right. I
Yo.
was like 11 years old, going crazy.
This man was living in the wild, wild west.
I'm trying to tell you.
Yo, no, bro. That's funny, bro. Shit. When I was in middle school, I went to Woodland, nigga. We wore uh uniforms. So up until
Exactly.
up until that point, like nigga, it was only on the weekends and shit, bro. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. I ain't have so many selections at that time as far as clothing. So I was probably in the rotation between like the same 5 to 6 fits, you know what I'm saying, on the
Yeah.
weekends and shit like that. It wasn't until maybe like my sophomore, junior year in high school where I was able to get get garments like how I wanted to or what was accessible to me. Because like my brother used to buy me clothes and have me in some good little threads because he had his little check from Six Flags, and you know what I'm saying. Like he would bless himself and then look out for me and shit. So I've always appreciated that. But I mean, still, nigga, like going to schools. You know, you go back to school, your mom getting you 1 to 2 pair of shoes, bro, and they'd be like, "Damn, bro, I gotta make sure I'm getting them."
Yeah. That's why I had to go crazy on picture day because we was wearing uniform. I was wearing uniform all throughout middle school, and then like I ain't
Where
start
you go?
going crazy until I went to soccer, Southwest Atlanta Christian Academy, and then I
Okay,
for sixth grade I was in Amana. I don't remember what that one stand for, but I think it was just Amana Academy maybe.
yeah.
But all right, let's get into the music.
No, yeah,
Uh,
for sure, man. I've been making music probably for like the last 2 years. Well, I'll say recording because like I've always been this type of nigga, man. Like niggas freestyling, like okay, cool. I'm a hop in, but don't expect no conscious shit or anything like that. I'm legit just having fun with it,
yeah,
right? And I think people just connect with me because I just be vibing and they love the energy.
yeah.
I be saying I be feeling like I be saying some of the most off the wall shit unless like I write. But what's crazy is that like niggas still fuck with the written, but for like they always love the freestyles more. You know what I'm
Let me
saying?
tell you something, bro. Like, forgive me for cutting you off again. I'm gonna do that all throughout the podcast. That's what I'm known for. But like, bro, when I listen to your music, bro, you sound like a West Coast nigga, cool. Like you sound like Dom Kennedy, cool, but you talking like Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Bro, I get a lot of different like it's always a mixture of something. Like the most common that I get is like you sound like McConan but flowing like 21.
I was gonna say Two Chains, because Two Chains is like he uh he got that old pimping in him too. Like
Yeah.
I could hear it. Like you sound like a wise ass nigga. Like with the music, I'll be like, damn, this nigga, everything this nigga saying is facts right now. Like, damn, like wow.
Oh my goodness. And I know I be talking about straight bullshit, bro. I really just be especially when I'm freestyling, I know I say anything that comes to mind. When it's written it's a little bit like, okay, cool. Yeah, let me put these bars together. Let me make sure it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? It might not be the most eclectic type of bar where it's like it got a nigga thinking, you know what I'm saying? But it's like it's gonna
Yeah.
make sense.
I relate to how you was like you when you was freestyling, you just be saying whatever, making it rhyme and shit, like, but making it some cool shit. Like I used to do that shit back niggas was freestyling all the time. Like I don't give a fuck what was we would be waiting at the damn if we in a line, I'm freestyling in front of strangers type shit. Like I don't give a fuck.
Mhm.
And like then when we started recording and shit, like them songs just wasn't it for me. Like I couldn't like I'm too much of a sincere ass person to like just be spitting some bullshit. Like all my songs, they gotta like come from a place. Like nowadays, I mean, like I struggle making them songs as just some vibey ass shit. Like I really feel like I can't do it. Like it's just, I mean, I can do it, but it's just like I can't, like I'm not as good as like when I'm consciously making an effort to make this song theme, all the theme is like one and like shit like that. So it's like, what's your recording process and how do you choose between your writing and your freestyling? Like, is it the beat? Like, what
So
tells you which one you finna do?
So yeah, for me, I know a lot of the times, especially if I'm kicking it with the homies, I'm not prepared. You know what I'm saying? So it'll be like I said, like my homie Nick cooking up a beat, and it's like, okay, cool, we just finna go, and that is usually all freestyle, unless like I had something in my notes from way back that I wrote, and I'm like, okay, cool, let me just figure out the cadence and the melody and shit like that, and I'm gonna go. But usually, because I record at my crib a lot, like when I recorded the man tape, I was like,
At the
let
what?
me find the man tape. I dropped the tape last year on my birthday called
Oh,
the
when you recorded the man tape. Okay, okay. I
yeah,
thought you said
yeah.
at the man tape.
No, 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 no. When I recorded the man tape, I was like, okay, let me find something that's gonna sound like the song I'm trying to make. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me find a
Okay,
tweet
okay.
man type beat. Let me find a finesse man type beat. And then I was like, all right, cool, I have it. Now it's coming up with the lyrics.
Yeah,
And a lot of the times for me, freestyling is a part of making the actual song, because like I can't just sit there and be like, all right, I have a chorus in mind, or I have an idea of how the hook's gonna go. It was literally like I might only get a fucking bar across, and I'm like, ooh, I can build off of that, right? To where
mm,
I can structure the song, whereas and then like if I get stuck on like writer's block or some shit, I'll just start freestyling again. Where I'll be like, okay, cool. This is the last two bars. Let me say these two bars and see what come next. Or I might scrap it and just be like, let me just throw the beat back on, not even look at what I have so far, and just freestyle again. And that process sometimes isn't even within the same session. Sometimes I have to come back to it. You know what I'm saying? To have
right,
new ideas.
yeah. No, I'm listening.
Uh, no, no, no. Yeah. So, my bad. I thought you had something to say, bro. But nah.
I mean, I
For
can
me,
only relate it to my experience. For me, recording like I most the only time I like truly wrote some shit down. I don't even say I be freestyling. I call it like stream of consciousness. Like I will hear a beat, fall in love with the beat. If I'm at home and I can record, then I would like freestyle on the beat for a while as best as I can. Listen to it, freestyle some more until the song is done. But if I'm not at home, then I have to write it down in my notes type shit. Or if I'm
yeah.
moving around, like then I could just like think of some fire shit to say. You ever like just be moving around and be like, damn, that was a hard ass bar, and then
No,
like jot that shit down.
gotta jot that shit down, man.
Yeah, I
That's why I be building off that shit, dog. And that's why I said I think me being out with the homies trying to record and shit really pushes me to like keep going as I'm freestyling. Cause you know how you freestyle, you might fuck up on the bar and you be like, all right, I'm through. But nah,
mm,
sometimes you gotta keep going because you can just record over that shit. And I guess when I'm by myself at the crib, like I'm the engineer, producer, like fucking artist recording. So I'm so quick to stop everything and be like, let me get this part right. You know what I'm saying? Before I
yeah.
proceed. You know what I'm saying? Like
You
I
mix
want
your
to.
own songs?
You said what?
You mix your own songs?
I try to.
Okay, okay. Nah, the quality don't sound bad. I was just asking because
No,
that's like
no,
the
no.
lowest part of my
Don't get
game
me
right now.
wrong. Like my homie Nick definitely has mixed all my stuff to date. But like all the shit that's in my notes.
Are you struggling to conceive? You have options, and at Piedmont Reproductive Endocrinology Group, we'll make sure you have the guidance and support you need. PREG is known for individualized fertility care that's unique to every patient. We take the time to provide a reassuring and empowering experience because we believe that you deserve nothing less. Let us help you on your journey to parenthood. Visit us at pregonline.com to learn more. Get the guidance and support you need at Piedmont Reproductive Endocrinology Group.
Like that's unreleased as of now. Like I've tried to mix myself, you know what I'm saying?
Mm,
But I'm trying to get better at this shit. I just downloaded FL trying to start making beats, man, and
mm.
that shit is no cakewalk. I can tell you that right
Eh,
now.
huh. Niggas be and it sound like straight ass.
Exactly, bro. So like I remember I went over my homie's house to make the first beat and it was cool. I can't really see myself hopping on it and rapping over it, but it was like, all right, cool. Like, how do I build from this shit now? Like, what? Like, like going into the next session of like making a beat, and like I haven't even done it since that point. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm,
how can I create the sound that I want? You know what I'm saying? And I think it's gonna take some extra, failures and like trying to make a beat. You know what I'm saying? Trying to make sound like flow together. You know what I'm saying? Instead of it sounding like noise. You feel me?
right. So, like, what do you think about music as an art form entirely? Because I'm at the point where like I can really understand that like all this shit is like really we creating soundscapes. We're creating like we're putting a feeling into a piece of art that when somebody we my greatest I don't know about you I don't want to speak on what you trying to do but I think artists musical artists is trying to like when they put a feeling into a song they're trying to evoke that same feeling out of the listener type shit.
No, I think music, of course, art form, and I think you alluded to it like really well, where it's like you're supposed to evoke some type of emotion. It's like watching a movie, and there's like this one scene where one of the characters, is in a really tough time. Like what Uncut Gems, nigga, I was stressed that whole fucking movie,
Oh
right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I think a lot of songs, if the artist is genuine and like what he's trying to produce, like you feel that as well as the listener. And it can like you don't even have to relate to it 100% be in the same situation, but for those 2 to 3 minutes, you feel what the artist feels, whether
Right,
that be joy, sadness, whatever, but it puts you in that place if they do it from a genuine place. You know what I'm saying?
right. Who okay. Hmm. I think the for me we talked about fashion and music so far. I always say that like fashion is like your outward experience, your outward like how I say this, like your outward what you choose to put on your body and like how you choose to express yourself outwardly is all just a persona type shit. Like
Mm-hmm.
like me personally, I have freeform locks. I want people to look at my hair and gauge my personality on that. You know what I mean? And then like somebody wearing mad jewelry. Okay. I want people to look at me and say, you know what I mean? You have money. Oh, you're flashy. Oh, you're outgoing type shit. You know what I mean? Like it's certain things that have like this subconscious connotation to them that some people take into account and some people don't. But that's important when we talk about fashion. You know what I mean? We're all just putting on a certain persona. Now with the music, I think that's I want to ask you how authentic is Karey the musician versus Karey the person I'm talking to right now? Like how accurate are you in musically versus your actual self?
Yeah. So I will say that my latest project, I was probably I say like 80 to 85% authentic to who I am as a true person, right? When I dropped my first tape in 2020, that was literally me just freestyling. You know how you freestyle with your homies and you literally say what comes to mind, right?
Mm,
But for me, like I think it's a level of like vulnerability that I haven't reached to where like I want like I have done that with my music, right? And I think there definitely needs to be some level of like I don't want to say distance, but like I don't know if it should be 100%, and I could be wrong, right? But for the most part, for me, is like how do I convey what I want to say and still have this make sense? If that makes
okay.
sense.
Okay. I'm not sure if I heard you correctly. You said you want it to be 100% or don't think it should be 100%.
I said I don't know if it should be 100% all the time. You
Okay.
know what I'm saying?
Okay. Okay. I agree with all the time for sure. Well, who are your inspirations musically?
Musically, I say probably like Fat Man Key.
Ooh, that hit
Um,
home.
bro, that's my favorite Atlanta rapper, bro.
No,
Like
no,
hands
I
down.
try to explain that shit to people too, cause I be in and out of Atlanta. Like I have a lot of friends like not from Atlanta, and I be trying to say like he's the new age Gucci man. To be honest,
No, like he influenced my first tape, Keep the Peace. I don't know if
mm.
you remember 808 808 Keys with I think it dropped back in like 2014, 2013. He had a song called Keep the Peace. And like
uh,
I kind of like that kind of influenced the whole like my goddamn project. You know what I'm saying? Cause like I've been listening to Key and 2 9 Heavy since what like 2013. Like my homie O put me on to them. Like I remember when they dropped 2 9 Forever, and that shit
ooh,
was just like on non-stop repeat. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
No, but I'll say Fat Man. Who else? I would say probably like Guwap. I really fuck with Trap God, Trap House, like all the older shit. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Even like
okay.
his first, like not I don't know if it's his first, but like the State versus Roderick Davis, that shit. What's that one? Heavy. That wasn't even like a radio hit, but that nigga Guwap just be going stupid,
I'm
man.
gonna be honest with you. I don't know the record you're speaking of because I'm not actually from Atlanta. So,
Mm.
but and then I started listening to Fat Man Key like after you know that song "Risk" by Father, Fat Man Key,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah,
fucking
yeah, yeah.
that's when I started listening to Key.
Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, man, that was I want to say
Maybe
20
2014.
2014, 2015. Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure. Our because did that come before or after he linked? I think that came before he linked with OG Mako and did like you guessed it. Which
yeah,
one?
yeah, yeah. I think that was before. I think that was
Yeah,
before.
yeah. Because I remember when that shit dropped and bro, that whole tape was just so hard.
OG
And
Mako slept on to this day. This is crazy as
oh,
shit.
hundred
And he
percent,
birthed so many like he made a little lane, like a little path, and then like moved out the way.
No, 100%. I don't know what happened to Holmes exactly, but like I remember seeing an interview. I think he did it on like No Jumper. Like I think Holmes lost his eye and had this really rare skin
Yeah,
condition where
yeah.
like
He
his
has a
flesh
flesh
was
eating
just
disorder.
yeah, like his flesh was just eating itself, and I was like, damn, bro, that shit
Yeah.
really sucks. Like nigga,
R.I.P.
yeah, bro. Like that. Everybody be having their own shit they dealing with. Like everybody got their own life. You feel me? And like
Right.
your shit might be fucked up, but the next nigga shit, bro. I promise you, you wouldn't want to trade it.
Exactly. The grass always greener. That's what people fail to remember.
No, 100%, bro. That that shit is wild, man.
True
I
fact.
feel like I'm only naming rappers, but like, bro, uh, like I fuck with like Michael Jackson and shit like that, but I wouldn't necessarily call him an influence on my music.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Um,
What?
and
What? Oh, go ahead.
no, I was gonna say free that boy Jeffrey.
What? Nigga killed mad people in the city, bro. I don't know who's your freedom dog, but hey.
No, he didn't do it on his own hands. Free that boy Jeffrey.
Oh yeah, free the honcho. What? What like tier are you like attempting to reach musically? Because like when people ask me, like, when I tell people I make music and shit, like I try to explain to them that I don't want no like uh grandiose like awards and shit. Like I'm trying
Mhm.
to revive backpack rap. Like I would
No,
like to be like a cult classic type shit. Like I want to be. I don't want to be a blockbuster movie. I want to be a cult classic movie that like never gets stale type shit. Anybody watching Iron Man 2 as much as people are still watching and looking for Pulp Fiction and shit like that.
no, 100%. I think I can agree to that. Like, I'm not looking to be one of the next freshmen on Double XL. Absolutely not. Honestly, bro,
You hear
if
that,
I
Double XL? He has
huh?
prematurely turned down your invitation. Do not invite him to shit. Right?
Hey man,
Exactly
look,
what he said. Look, he said, "Fuck Double XL, nigga."
man. Honestly, bro, I would be happy with the status of like a fucking schoolie. You know what I'm saying? Like
Ooh, now
niggas know
that's high
me.
status though. That's high status.
No, for sure. Like, like niggas know me when I pop out, but I don't think it's gonna be to the level of like I can't go to the mall, I can't go to the goddamn
Yeah,
store. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Because Schoolie is known by everyone. Everybody know who the fuck Schoolie is,
Of
right? But
course.
Holmes is so goddamn humble and cool. Like you feel like you can approach him, but it's not like you gonna have somebody go fan craze when they see him. You know what I'm saying? It's like you
Yeah, yeah.
respect Holmes to where like you see somebody that's in the media all the time, like on some Drake or ASAP Rocky or like Travis. The motherfuckers be quick as hell to
It-
pull out their phone and just try to goddamn get a pic or some shit like that. Or I might do some outrageous shit.
right. I feel you. I feel you. Okay. Let me try to think of an artist that I'll be like, yeah, we're that level type shit. I think the peak level that I can't even say that because that's a little too high. Still, I was about to say Earl Sweatshirt, but that's a
Mm,
little bit still too high. Like he's highly regarded in like the backpack still air
yeah,
like place, but he can do Rolling Loud, but he ain't doing the main stage numbers type shit.
no.
But he got
Uh,
his little fan base and shit. What do you think about music distribution right
definitely
now,
have
like
a
streaming
cult
and shit?
following. You said what now?
I said, what do you think about music distribution right now? Like, what do you think about streaming and shit? What do you think is the next step? And like, what do you think about having your own website and selling your music off of that instead of using streaming services?
I think I don't think streaming services is like all bad because like you at some point you want to be accessible to the niggas who don't know you. You know what I'm saying? Like of
Mm.
course have your own website and have like a way for like you to be there for your fans, but how can you and this is me just not knowing for like 100%, but like how can you uh like grow that audience if like you are only like for your website and you like only the fucking fans that know you know how to get to the website, you feel me? Like
Yeah, true.
I'm not saying you gotta be on fucking Spotify and Apple Music and all the distribution, but I mean shit, at least on YouTube, you feel me?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel you.
So I mean, shit, bro. I got my own website, but that's primarily for like my merch. But I do
Mm.
have the connect to where like you can get to my goddamn Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, and all that shit for sure, for sure.
How's the splits looking?
Man, like nigga, I honestly I want to get more traction on all them bitches, right? And I'm just steadily growing, and I think that stems from just having the visibility and doing more events and connecting with more people, for sure, for
Right.
sure. Like nigga, after COVID, bro, nigga was inside for real. Like I'm not gonna hold you. Even to this day, like nigga just be inside, and like as I've tried to or as I am like progressing, like bro, I really want to jump off the porch with this shit. Like it was like, okay, I gotta put myself out there. I gotta post. I gotta be engaged on social media so niggas can see me. Cause it's not like I can just pop out to a nigga house and I'm like, yo, bro, it's Karey out here. I'm like, bro, nigga, you did not tell me you were coming over. I'm like, nigga, I'm just trying to get out the house, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
I that's another reason I wanted to invite you on right now because I see the effort switch. I want to ask you now. Hold on. There's a few questions I want to ask you, but I seen the effort switch. That's why I invited you on. And me personally, I've never liked networking, but it's a necessity for sure. It's a talent and a necessity, and it's neglected in most people and most artists. Like especially during COVID, like niggas was told to not interact with people, so it's like it made introverts and shut-ins like more of a thing to be, but
Mhm.
it's value in being able to network, being able to communicate, being able to be social.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, and I seen you was at a couple events and shit. I seen this shit on Instagram, and I was just like, damn, like this nigga really working type shit. Because I seen what you at Atlanta Streetwear Festival.
Yeah, I was at Atlanta Streetwear Market. What was that, last week, bro? Set up shop there, with, like I said, my own merch, and then shit. Before I started my own brand, I was selling vintage, still selling vintage. So I brought like a little bit of that with me because I wanted to stay true to me, because that was the fucking hustle prior to being like, okay, cool. Let me print my own tees. Let me goddamn get on my own grind and really have my name out there to where like niggas see that T and be like, damn, that's that nigga Karey. It's like, yeah. And that shit hard, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, there's if niggas had something negative to say, they damn sure ain't say it to my face. I ain't gonna hold you.
Oh yeah, yeah. You gotta let the CDC that nigga. That's like I don't remember what Drake song I just stole that from. All right, but back to this shit right here. Okay, you said fashion and music. What other things are you dabbling in? You just was talking about vintage reselling, but is there any other talents, any more pots you got your hand in right now?
Bro, like I'm trying to I'm gonna stop saying I'm trying. I am learning how to sew, because like I said, with my clothing brand, like I have some ideas with certain designs where it's like, bro, I gotta really put some fabric on this whole. Like
Mm.
I want this shit to fit like this. And like I have an idea for something where like I don't think it needs to be mass produced to where I go to a wholesaler and be like, "Yo, can you print me fucking 100 of these type shit?" Like I want to be able to really uh, take
Tailor
down
your
the
shit.
technique. Yeah, really tailor my shit and pick up the techniques to be like, okay, cool. Like I know.
Are you struggling to conceive? You have options, and at Piedmont Reproductive Endocrinology Group, we'll make sure you have the guidance and support you need. Preg is known for individualized fertility care that's unique to every patient. We take the time to provide a reassuring and empowering experience because we believe that you deserve nothing less. Let us help you on your journey to parenthood. Visit us at pregonline.com to learn more. Get the guidance and support you need at Piedmont Reproductive Endocrinology Group.
I have this skill set. I am more knowledgeable about how to goddamn move with this shit, and shit that can help me build up in other areas too. You feel me? Because apparently, like niggas who know how to sew, like they know how to make the 2Ds, 3Ds, and like that has a lot to do with like engineering. Like there's a lot of aspects of engineering that goes into that. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of
Hell
numbers
yeah.
and shit.
You
shit.
know, I just found out what a fucking engineer was, bro. Because
Mm.
where I'm working right now, I didn't know that engineer was just like your creative problem solver, basically. Because it's
Mhm.
engineering for anything. And like, if I had known about that career path, I would have definitely dived down that motherfucker. I'm going back to school right now, like trying my best to become an engineer right now. Cause I didn't even know that was accessible.
Where
But
what type
I'm
of
working
engineer you trying to be?
probably mechanical. Because I
Okay.
already got
Okay.
my little electrical degrees and whatnot. So like, if I
Oh,
just
that's
get
what.
the engineer John, I'll go crazy. Like I'm working with engineers right now, and the shit they doing is like cake. I'm like, yo, if I just get my little degree, I'll be up here with y'all.
No, 100%. Making hella bankroll, bro. Shit, that shit is love, bro. I'm proud of you for that, bro. Like
Appreciate
for
it.
real, go ahead and get that. Yeah, my sister and her husband are both mechanical engineers,
You
bro.
see what I'm
And
saying?
yeah, and shit, they helped me build out some shit for the pop-up that you were referring to, like Atlanta Streetwear Market. I don't think I showed it in any of the pictures, but like I had like a bone like clothing rack where I put some of the products up there and shit like that. So when niggas came to the shop, I wanted it to really feel like a gallery. You know what I'm saying? Like you really stepped
Yeah,
into the world of Karey, where you seen the music and where you seen all the other designs I done worked on and shit like that. And then with the vintage for real. So like I like kudos to you, my boy. Yeah, go ahead and do that because just hearing you talk about it, I'm like, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like that is
yeah, yeah.
something you can definitely excel in for sure. Do that.
I I feel like everybody that listens to this podcast, they are striving to do something, or they were striving to do something and they gave up, right? I
Mm-hmm.
seen you just turn the burner up a little bit. You know what I mean? You
Mm-hmm.
haven't peaked yet from the outside looking in, but I seen the little goddamn little more gas in the furnace type shit. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Where does that come from for you personally? And then can you give them some words of where they can derive that same drive?
Yeah. Honestly, where that came from, it was me graduating college, finally finding a job uh, that I'm working and not being fulfilled. You know what I'm saying? To where
Mm,
like I always was doing the music. I had designs, had some clothes, all running parallel to like the timeline of like where I am now, but I treated it like a side hustle, right? And then I just had this like this epiphany, like this realization that my nigga, this is my life. I can't expect that one day I'm gonna have less work throughout the week to where I can put more effort towards my own personal ventures, right? Like I can't just depend on somebody signing my check and that being enough to cover my expenses, and then what's left over I can put into that if it's like if I deem it enough, you know what I'm saying? And if it's not enough, I can't just hold off on what I'm trying to aspire to do. Uh to where I was like, bro, I really have to buckle down and like what do I really want? You know what I'm saying? Like of course I'm not gonna do nothing too far left or too far right where I be like, all right, fuck it. I'm gonna call it quits on this and focus 100% on like my personal ventures. But I'm making the transition to where I put in more effort, you know what I'm saying? And that requires me to work longer and to be more intentional with my time, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people who work a 9 to 5, you clock in, clock out, and you want to just kick it at the crib, you know what I'm saying? Like you've been working all day, you want to relax, you don't want to think about shit. But it's like, no, bro, like you do that shit, your time gonna pass you by, right?
fact, fact. That's a
And the
fact.
thing was, it was like I don't know when I seen it, but I seen an interview with Most Def, and he was like, "Bro, if you don't respect what you doing, you're not gonna respect the dollars you make."
Ooh, I
And
like that.
that shit hit home because I was like, "Bro, once I pay the necessities, the rest of that check, I'm blowing on." I'm not gonna say goofy shit, but it's like eating out more than I should, or like buying something off of impulse that like I'll probably be messing with for like a day or two or some shit like that. And like yeah, as I started building up on my own businesses and shit, and really allocating like, okay, I'm gonna need this much to do this, or like I got a budget for this, that, and the third. It was, I won't say it was a complete mindset switch because like I've already known how to budget, and I already know like, okay, I got X amount of dollars and shit like that. But I was way more intentional about it. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
my expenses, started to goddamn decrease as I focus on myself more. You feel me? To like I know. where I want to be, and I'm currently building and paving the road of how to get there, right? So I think it doesn't necessarily have to be something fully thought out in the beginning, but as you got to work towards it every day, if that makes any sense, right?
That makes sense. It's like going to the fitness center and working out. You don't have no idea how you're gonna look like in a year. But if you go into the fitness center consistently, you gonna see slow change, and you don't know how strong you gonna be. You don't know what the fuck the future holds, but you know you gotta wake up tomorrow and do the same thing again. You
No,
just have
100%,
to.
bro. Like, yeah,
And
you really gotta be productive and proactive. You know what I'm saying? Like,
this a time period where motherfuckers say you gotta put in your 10,000 hours type shit. Yeah, I
no,
mean,
100%. Like you, I shit, 10,000 hours on a regular day. That might take you 5 to 10 years to goddamn master something, bro. Everybody works at their own pace. So like, nigga, what might be something somebody can lock in for 8 hours a day and do, you might only have 2 hours for it. And you got to
mm,
beat to your own drum. You feel me? And you don't have to do one thing. You feel
right?
me?
Of
But the thing
course.
is that when you structure your day, you gotta make time for what you want to build on,
Right,
and it doesn't necessarily have to be an everyday thing. Like I don't fucking rap every day. I don't make content every day right now, right? But as I progress and I want to build up the frequency, I might make a post every other day, or I might do something with my sewing machine 2 times out the week, but I have structure to my time. You feel me?
right.
And as I grow those skill sets, and like I really want to master them and shit like that, I might be like, okay, cool. I've been working on this, and I said I was gonna work on it for an hour, but it's like I gotta get this shit done. I'm gonna sit here forever, how long it may take me. At that time, I'm not even worried about the time. I'm just gonna accomplish this. But at the same time, you gotta appreciate those wins where it's like, okay, cool, this is done, but don't ever think that's the end. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, like, pat yourself on the back, treat yourself, but never treat anything like it's the end goal. Cause you're
I
gonna
feel
get
you. I
stuck.
feel you.
You're gonna get stuck in a point where it's just like, nigga, you always gonna resort back to like, yeah, but I remember in 8th grade, nigga, I got that participation award. You feel me? Like I was that guy, bro. I was on honor roll. Like, who the
Facts,
fuck
facts, facts.
that shit, bro?
You,
Like,
look,
nah, bro, what you
like
doing?
what you saying about most deaf and shit. Like most deaf. What? Repeat that quote for me.
It was
You're not gonna
if you
respect
don't
your. If
if
you
you
don't respect, go ahead.
no, yeah, if you don't respect what you do or how you make money, you're not gonna respect that dollar. You know what I'm saying?
Boom. And also, even if you just working for money, you can't get rich off a 9 to 5 no more. That era is done. You can't even like take care of a large family off of one like person's salary type shit. And then I
No.
want to focus on to close out this whole statement right here. I think they're gonna take those nuggets of information you was giving them, but I think I reached a level of drive as well because I had to like woke up one day out of cold sweat, like nightmarish cold sweat.
Mm.
And I just was like, damn, my nigga, you running out of potential right now? Like, what's going on? And then I just had to like, nah, like you not doing enough with what you want to do. You working hard. You working hard as a slave though. You selling your time to
Mm.
somebody else that's getting rich. You're a
Yeah,
slave, and you working hard when you over there. Why don't you do that same application for what you actually want to do? You know what I mean? And that's when I
yeah,
was like, damn, it's really crunch time right now. But all
no.
right, so boom. We reached a point in the podcast where I'm gonna do that little roulette shit I was telling you about right after these messages. All right, boom, we back. Uh let me get them. All right, so boom. Usually I pick I roll this thing and it's gonna pick three topics and then I let the guest choose which one of the three.
All right, for sure.
All right, here she go right here. I don't know why it's not making any noise, but it was rolling or whatever.
Well, you gotta go back and put in the motherfucking sounds.
Hold up, why the fuck did it not making no noise? It's really pissing me off.
I'll pull up a goddamn snippet of Will and Fortune of them niggas
Hold
spinning
up,
that
bro.
bitch.
That shit really aggravating.
But is it working though? That's the question. Is that bitch really rotating that motherfucker?
There she go. All right. Damn, it stopped again. What the fuck? Anyways, I'm just gonna tell you what it is. All
All
right,
right, for sure.
the first topic is dating. I'm gonna roll
Mm-hmm.
this bitch again. Um, second topic, snitching.
Okay.
The third topic is masturbation.
All right. Dating, snitching, or masturbation. Oh, I'm curious to see what the fuck. Okay. I'm gonna go with dating, bro. That seems like the safest one.
Okay. I'm laughing because I was only afraid of the masturbation when I even think about the snitching one. Oh shit. But okay, dating, boom. I was just talking about this shit with my sister because like she started telling me like about this nigga that she dating, and this is the first time she's ever told me about any nigga she's dating, and I was like, bro, I'm thinking to myself like, am I just getting to the age where are me and my sister getting to the age where like she feels more comfortable telling me about niggas, or is it like I don't know. This is like new territory for me personally. You guys, sisters?
Yeah, I have an older sister, man. Yeah, she's
She
the
talked to you about shit?
oldest. She, not not really. Like
Mm,
I like me and my sister have never had like that type of dynamic where we discuss relationships and shit like that. It wasn't even like it was on some I don't want to talk about it. She don't want to talk about it. It just never came up in our conversations for real.
right.
Yeah.
We
But
had the same dynamic, but this is the first time ever in life. That's why when she was first talking about shit, I was like, yo, what the fuck? Like,
she must
huh?
really like
You,
Holmes or
do you
might
know
love
who? Yeah, yeah. Relax, relax,
Holmes.
relax.
Hey man, I
No,
don't
but I
know.
was
I
like, I
don't
was
know
like, I was
the
like, I
situation.
was like, bro, what? Do you know who you just called? What the fuck? But yeah, that shit was weird as hell. And then today, matter of fact, I was talking to her about some shit because she's thinking about starting a podcast herself, and I was explaining to her how like I think that I think that girls to be valuable in the dating market as a woman is easier than it is to be valuable on the dating market as a man. And now I don't know if you disagree or agree, but I'm gonna say my piece that I told her earlier. I was trying
Mhm.
to explain to her that like to be valuable as a woman in the dating market, all you gotta be is not ugly and not a bitch. And somebody will love you, right? Even if you're ugly, somebody will love you. So just don't be a bad person. Even if you're a bad person, somebody will love you. So the bar is like so low type shit. But to be a valuable person as a no, I'll scratch that. I didn't remember I said be a valuable woman in the market. So like not ugly, not a bitch, right? But to be valuable as a man, you have to like have certain level of money, not because women are gold diggers, but because we all know men should pay for the dates and shit like that. So you have to have some type of disposable income to even start dating type shit.
Yeah.
And then two, like you got to be interesting. You have to have more knowledge than whatever woman you're going after because you have to like teach her something type shit. Like you have to like bring new information to her life or you boring type shit.
100%.
And then you gotta have some type of status because bitches don't like lame niggas like type shit. No, I'm being real though. Like you gotta like be some type of like some people have to respect you type shit. Like
Yeah.
if you getting slapped up everywhere you go, like you don't get no bitches clearly.
Dog, yeah, dog. I can't honestly, bro. If you getting slapped up like that, bro, like I really hope you this. I hope this is like teenage years. I hope you're not a grown man and letting motherfuckers walk all over you, bro. Because like at some point you have to look at yourself in the mirror and be like, am I okay? You feel me? Like,
Ugh.
am I happy with how people perceive me? You feel me? Because
Yeah.
the thing is like, and this is how I tell motherfuckers. I was like, bro, walking out into the street, I'm cool. I'm gonna be me because don't nobody out here know who I am. So I could really be whoever I want to be. You feel me?
Fact.
Like I'm not finna let no motherfucker talk to me any type of way. That's ridiculous. That's preposterous, like a motherfucker, bro. Like imagine being outside and the motherfuckers just start yelling at you. I'm not your child. I don't know you, home. I Yeah, we not going for none of that shit. But nah, I think you hit on some points. But honestly, as far as like dating for me,
Mhm.
yes, I think it's easier for women to find partners than men. But I think you touched on something where it was like being a valuable woman. I think both parties need to hold value in their own ways. And that's not necessarily always gonna go back to what we deem as like societal norms, like the man having all the bankroll or like being the being something of status. You feel me? Like granted,
Mhm.
like those things are probably important to most, right? But
Yeah.
I think a lot of relationships that prosper hit on like three very big things, which is building the relationship, um,
In what way?
communicate. Oh, go
In
ahead.
what way building a relationship? Because you said I
So like
think
okay,
okay,
like
go.
when you know how people they get married at that point, like you're one union, like you're one unit. You feel me?
Mhm.
So like, are you is like of course you love them, right? But at that point in time, you are financially connected to this motherfucker. So like, what are y'all doing to make sure? Because it's not just one person in one boat, one person
Okay.
in another. Y'all on the same motherfucking boat. How is that motherfucker going to sail? You feel me?
So
Like
that's what you mean by build, like build financially, like build a financial like
finances, spirituality, like all that. Like
okay.
that
Okay.
person should be your sanction. Yeah, like you know what I'm saying. Like your
Oh yeah,
confirm,
for sure.
your person for sure. Like they have to be like somebody you can be 100% you with, but also know like they got your back. You feel me?
Ooh. Nah, I just had this conversation. I'm like I said, I'm gonna talk over you. Forgive me. Listen, what constitute as cheating for you personally?
Constitutes as cheating.
Yes. What would a girl do? What would have a girl have to do to you say that's cheating?
Um, Bro, I think there's cheating takes many different forms, I believe. So like
Ooh.
of course like the act of cheating, kissing, fucking, all that shit, right?
Oh, yeah,
But
that's given.
also like the
If you're not a
emotional.
cuck, that's a given.
Yeah. But like the emotional, like if you're emotionally attached to someone else, like you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
If you my girl, I feel like a lot of times women are very intentional of like who they want to share with or who they need to talk to and like be a part of their lives type shit. You feel me? To where it's
Mhm.
like nigga, I wanna call you and tell you about this shit that just happened 20
Hold on.
seconds ago.
Beg your pardon one more time. I don't want to get you in trouble. Are you single or not?
Nah.
Okay. Okay. Tread lightly, my brother. I don't want to get you in trouble. Go ahead. You
No,
said what you said, emotional.
no. It's like, bro, if something just happened 20 seconds ago and she's not calling you to let you know and she calling another nigga, bro, that
Yeah.
it's over.
Your goose is cooked.
Yeah. I'm not gonna hold you. But
She's exited the lobby. She's in a
yeah,
whole
bro.
different party chat right now.
When that level of interest like leaves, bro, it's a done deal. And it was so fucked up is that like motherfuckers is so afraid of being alone to where like or like they still might have some sort of an attachment to that person. Instead of breaking them and being square with them, they'll just let them goddamn drag along, which is really fucked
Right.
up.
Seen that shit happen. I seen that shit happen. That shit's a gruesome tale.
Now, since you asked me, are you single, my brother?
So like, um, as far as dating goes, like, um, do you think that men should pay for the first date?
Nah, fam. Hold up. You didn't answer my question.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You didn't answer my question.
Ah, you funny. Uh
Like, what do you think
like
are the responsibilities of a man in a relationship?
I think the responsibilities of a man in general is just to get his shit square. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? And the
Okay, for
same for
sure, for
women.
sure.
It's just to get his shit square. Because if you can't take care of yourself, how you expect to take care of
A
anybody
hundred
else?
thousand percent. I think that's just adulting, to be honest. Like, if you
Nah,
can't get survive, then how you supposed to thrive?
exactly, bro. So do I think a man should pay for the first date? Yes. Especially, no, I feel like whoever was interested should pay for the first date. You know what I'm saying?
Mm, okay.
Make the moves to make the date come about. You know what I'm saying? Whoever planning that shit should goddamn take on the responsibilities. You feel
Mm,
me? And
okay.
if motherfuckers is coming at it like they on some friend type of shit, well, we gonna
Then
type
we
of
gonna
shit.
friend split this bill, nigga.
Oh God, nigga, I don't care what we doing. And I'm not. I'm the type of nigga, bro. Like I've kicked it with my homegirls and shit like that.
Yeah.
But like it's very like known that like this is on some friend type shit. And I feel like as a man, I'm not the nigga who's gonna be at the fucking table saying split the bill. You know what we here
Oh,
for, dog.
nah, nah,
This
yeah,
just dinner. Like
yeah, for
you
sure.
speak up because like nigga, I'm the type of nigga, bro. Even if you don't, I scoot the bill, but it's like, all right, Shawty, like I don't know if I'm going to dinner with you ever again because you really just tried to pimp off on a free meal of me and not going for none of that. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
I was gonna ask you, how many bad dates have you ever paid for? Because I done had some, I done had some women that they seem like they got down, never even talked to another person before. Like how their personality just garbage. Fine as
Bro,
hell, but your personality is like, what the fuck? Like you've been locked up for 10 years. How you never talked to nobody before?
yeah,
Solitary confinement.
no, like I've definitely been out and about, and a motherfucker didn't have anything to really talk about. Like, you ever sat in front of somebody and asked them what they like to do, and like every response was like, I don't know, or like I just get home from work and go to sleep, or like I just get home and watch reality TV,
Like,
and uh, and they only like they get excited about that shit like if they talking with their homegirls and some shit like that,
yeah,
and it's like my nigga, I'm not gonna say it doesn't hold as much weight that I would hold it. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
reality TV like that because that's just not my interest. But like bro, like I'm trying to find a way to connect with you, and it is like I don't exhaust
Yeah.
everything, and I
Like,
felt like the shit that I was talking about was very like
easy to
smooth.
start a conversation. I like to think that I'm a very good conversationalist, but you over here going crazy with the silence. Like, I don't know.
Bro, nigga, that shit is like I'm not gonna say it's the worst because like that let me know off rip this ain't gonna work.
Yeah, I'm just trying to eat and skedaddle, and I'm a good guy.
Yeah,
You'll get you. You can. I don't know what the fuck you gonna get, but I'm a good guy. Like I'm just gonna pay for the meal, walk you to your car, and all right, that's the last time I ever gonna see you in your life. Okay, peace.
Yeah. No, I know for sure, bro. I'm him, bro. Like I'm a cool man. You feel me? Like, but like you really can't talk with everybody, and I've learned that.
Facts, facts.
On the, like, you know what I'm saying? Like just through experiences and shit like that. Like niggas fuck with me for sure. Like they be like, yeah, bro, Karey cool as fuck. But you know, being in a space where you literally across from a motherfucker, and it's not even like she's on her phone or anything like that. It's just she's staring at you, really don't know what to say, and you really trying to make conversation. Like, yo, like, what do you like to do outside of work? I don't
Mm.
know. What?
Outside of work, what is outside of work?
What? Like, nigga,
Shit.
like, what's the last good movie you seen?
What?
I don't know. I just be turning on Netflix. What? All right, bro. I'm tired of putting up this motherfucking effort, dog. Like
Can we get the check? Can I get
still
the check, please?
chilling, bro. Like at this point, fuck it.
But hell yeah, bro. I don't know. Dating right now is kind of the internet will make you believe that it's fucked, but I think it's just as fucked as ever always been. It's just like you just gotta sit like suss out some good, you know what I'm saying, some good folks out the bunch. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, 100%. And I think a lot of the times it's because like now there are dating apps. You feel me? So where
Mm,
like motherfuckers is just trying to, they have access to goddamn, I guess, vetting niggas out. You feel me? As opposed to meeting a nigga in person. Because
right.
it's crazy to me to like try to meet up with somebody and I ain't met you first type shit. You feel me?
What do you mean? No, I don't. Because you said
Bro, like legit. I'm the type of nigga, bro. Like a lot of the times, I have to meet you before I be like I'm finna link with you type shit. You know what I'm
how
saying?
do you accomplish meeting them without meeting them? Like FaceTime type shit?
What you mean?
You say you would like to meet them before you like meet them, or
I'm
like,
talking about people in general. Like I have to be out and interact with you type shit.
oh, okay, 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 okay. Oh, I see
Like,
what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Oh, so you don't. Oh, I get what you're saying now. Okay, I'm 100% on page. I thought you was talking about like using the dating apps and
no,
like
no, no, bro.
FaceTime it and then meeting up type shit.
Yeah, dog. I can't say that I've used the dating app before.
Uh, okay, okay, okay.
Yeah, but
No,
like
I used to
I'm
dabble for sure.
yeah, like nigga being I don't know, bro. Like growing up in Atlanta, I know niggas be on food shit, bro. And then like to me,
That's true.
bro,
Not gonna lie.
like I'm knowing some niggas be getting set up for the okie doke, but at the same time, like I feel like even though I'm Gen Z, I'm the type of motherfucker where that shit, like the social media shit, came after the fact. Like I grew with it, not grew up on it.
Okay, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Yeah, I try to explain that shit to my friend. It's like all this Tinder shit. It's like a crutch, really. Like when I was on that bitch heavy, like I I would like go around and like not shoot my shot because I was like, well, fuck it. I'm gonna like link up with something tonight anyway. Like, fuck it. So like it became like a social crutch like type shit. Like I was not
Mm,
shooting my shot in person enough. That's why I was like I had to put that shit down.
yeah.
But yeah.
Like I wouldn't even consider myself like a social butterfly, but I've just always been put in positions to where like motherfuckers is like, yo, Karey, can you go goddamn say such and such? And like I be the nigga out the group that'll be like, okay, cool, okay, boo, I'm finna goddamn approach such and such and get shit cracking for real. And it's always been like that. And I guess people just saw the confidence in me and was like, yeah, that nigga can handle it. Cause this shit still happens to
Mm.
this day where they're like, yo, Karey, you know, do X, Y, and Z. I'm like, all right, because I don't really think nothing of it. I'm the type of nigga that'll roll with the punches. Ain't really got
Yeah.
no problem speaking to anybody. But it's like, nigga, that don't mean I want to.
Oh no, I love talking to strangers, and it was very hard for me like during COVID when I was like not allowed to talk to strangers type shit. But I love talking to like anybody and everybody type shit. Like so, I became that de facto person in my social circle as well. Because like the way I see it, if they say they ain't feeling me, I'll never see them again. Like, but I'm not gonna leave on no fuck you then, bitch. Like, nah, I'm gonna leave on some. All right,
Oh, that's
have a.
wild. No,
Nah,
like, bro,
I know
for
some folks that move like
niggas
that.
who egos get shattered off of no, bro,
I
y'all
know
need
some
help.
people that move like that for sure. A hundred
Like
thousand
that,
percent. I've
like
seen it.
that.
I've seen it happen.
Y'all need help, bro.
Oh yeah,
Like,
for
bro,
sure.
you like a motherfucker is not required to like you just because you're interested, bro.
Of course, it's
And
times where like
respond the way you want them to respond, bro. Like everybody is their own person.
you ever like you know how like all right. So I would say the natural like how it's been going for like a while now, longer than I care to even calculate, is as a man you supposed to approach the woman type shit. Like you
Mm-hmm.
supposed to say, "Hey, what's up?" type shit, right? And but
Mm-hmm.
what women do is like they give you the signal of like it's cool, come over here type shit, like eye
Mm-hmm.
contact, all type of like cute little
Yeah.
flirty shit. It's been times where I even get the little signs and shit, go over there and I fumble. So it
Mm-hmm.
can never be no fuck you because I know you was feeling me. I just stuttered and like now I'm lame type shit, you know. Like, I just like misspoke. I said wine when I meant we.
Yeah.
You want to come to our section? She's like,
Oh
no, I'm
no.
good. Yeah, I
That
mean,
boy, that boy chest, like that boy heart would beating out his chest. He got that anxiety to know what to say.
then no, yo, when you get close up and you smell like the perfume and shit, right? That should really
Oh
be goddamn kryptonite. But
no,
all
for
right,
sure.
family. Is there anything you want to tell them, the listeners at home before we, you know what I mean, cut this one?
Yeah, I guess before we wrap up, man, you guys, come fuck with your boy if you don't already know about who I am and what I'm about, bro. Like I mentioned throughout this whole conversation, I got my own clothing line and I do music. Check me out. Y'all let me know and be honest with y'all feedback about like what I'm goddamn putting out there in the world. Y'all can follow me on Instagram at Karey Designs. That's Karey Designs with an S on that motherfucker. And bro, tap in with me for real. Like, don't like I won't meet up with your ass. 'Cause I don't know you, but like I'll for sure goddamn be like, okay, cool, okay, boo. Like we could goddamn converse and shit like that. Cause I'm not getting hit with
Uh,
no okey doke. I'm telling you that for sure.
Okay, for sure, my brother. It was wonderful having you. It was great time, great conversation. I feel like they're gonna pick out little snippets out there, motherfucker, and like really absorb the information, the real sauce that we was trying to give them. Because we obviously on another level. I'm peeping your shit, and I'm trying to like catch up to that level. So I know that they listening now at home, and they're like, oh shit, if these niggas about to excel, like they're gonna leave us in the dust type shit. So they have to get off their ass right now.
Bro,
You see what I'm
look, bro.
saying? So,
Wait, bro.
all right. Thank you
Y'all
again,
got
Chunky Milk.
24 hours. My
What
bad.
you
Go ahead.
saying?
No, I was saying y'all got 24 hours, bro. You make the most of that shit, bro.
Ah, my brother said it the best. Thank you, Chunky Milk. See you next week.